Magandang buhay mga bata! Tara, samahan ninyo akong matuto kasama si
Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell for more videos. Thank you! Revised K-12 Curriculum, Science Grade 5, Quarter 3, Lesson 6. Our topic for today is about simple circuit, conductivity of materials. This is Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Let's start! Learning competencies and objectives. 1. Assemble and draw a simple circuit using batteries, wires, switch and bulb, and or toy motor or buzzer. And 2. Design and construct a simple electric circuit to identify what materials will conduct electricity and use it to identify materials from the environment that will and will not conduct electricity. Day 1. Have you ever changed the light bulb in a lamp? Or have you ever watched an adult change a light bulb in a lamp or light fixture? Why did you change the light bulb? Answer: the lamp would not turn on. The light bulb stopped working. What happened when the new light bulb was placed in the lamp? Answer: the lamp worked and the light bulb lit up. Objectives. After this activity, you should be able to A. Define, recognize, build, and draw a closed circuit. B. Explain why a closed circuit is required for any electrical device to operate. Materials needed: 1 D-cell battery, 5 to 7 inches insulated wire, 1 small light bulb holder. Instructions: 1. Before the activity, each pair will cut enough length of wire. Prepare your copies of the 2 worksheets. During the activity, in the space below, draw 2 ways to light the bulb. Use the symbols below. Two. What do you have to do to get the bulb to light up? Answer: to get the bulb to light, the circuit must be closed. Connect the battery plus side to one side of the bulb holder and the battery side to the other side of the bulb holder. 3. Draw 2 ways to connect the bulb, battery and wire so that the bulb does not light. Use the symbols below. 4. Choose the right answer to complete the sentence. There will be an electric current in blank circuit. Answer: closed. Discussion time. What is the difference between an open and a closed circuit? Answer: an open circuit is a circuit with a break in the path, so that charge is unavailable to move. Figure 1, example of a closed circuit. Unlocking difficulties. Fill out the table below to tell us what you think you know about water and what you want to know about it. What we think we know. I think water can conduct electricity, especially if it's dirty or has minerals. What we want to know. I want to know why some water conducts electricity better than others. Later on, when we are done with our lesson, we will be answering the last two columns. Day 2. See, think, wonder. See what I notice. A battery, wires, and a small bulb near water. Think what this might mean. If the bulb lights, the circuit is complete through the water. If not, the water might be poor conductor. Wonder what I'm curious about. Does hot water conduct better than cold water? Conductors and insulators scavenger hunt. Objective: to actively engage students in identifying conductors and insulators in their surroundings. Materials needed: list of items to search for conductors and insulators. Clipboards or paper. Pens or pencils. Instructions: 1. You will be going on a scavenger hunt to find examples of conductors and insulators in our environment. 2. You will be divided into small groups. 3. List down possible conductors and insulators that you can be found in our surroundings. Include a mix of common household objects such as metal spoons, pencils, coins, plastic cups, etc. 4. Briefly review the concept of conductors and insulators. Scavenger hunt. 1. Each group will explore the classroom, school building, or outdoor area to find examples of items on your list. 2. Actively search for items and discuss among your group whether each item is a conductor or an insulator. Recording findings. 1. Record your findings by listing each item you find and categorize it as a conductor or an insulator. 2. Provide reasoning for your classifications. Group discussion. 1. After a set amount of time, gather with your groups together to discuss your findings. 2. Each group will share their list of items and their classifications with the class. 3. We will have a discussion and debate about items that may have been classified differently. Activity number 1. Conductors and insulators. Instructions: 1. Use the following items to create a closed circuit, then fill in the chart below. Two, make a circuit to light up the bulb using only wires and one battery. Item: paper clip, light bulb turned on. Pencil, light bulb turned on. Dog, light bulb did not turn on. Hand, light bulb did not turn on. Dollar, light bulb did not turn on. Coin, light bulb turned on. Eraser, light bulb did not turn on. Processing question: which items can be used to complete a circuit to light up the bulb? Answer: the paper clip, the pencil, and the coin can light up the bulb. What do all the items that lit up the bulb have in common? Answer: they are made of metal or materials that let electricity pass through them. Do you think you can light up the bulb with any items in your home? Pick at least 2. Answer: yes, I think a spoon and a key can light up the bulb. Why did you choose those items in question 3? Answer, because they are made of metal, and metal is a good conductor of electricity. Day 3. Application phase. Objects that allow electricity to flow through them are called conductors. Objects that do not allow electricity to flow through them are called insulators. Analyze your data. Place each item in the table below. Conductors, paperclip, pencil, coin. Insulators, dog, hand, dollar, eraser. Activity number 2. Exploring conductors and insulators with PHET simulations. Instructions: 1. Introduction to PHET simulation. 1.1. Open the PHET circuit construction kit DC simulation on your device. 1.2. Familiarize yourself with the simulation interface and tools. 2. Exploring conductors and insulators. 2.1. Click on the lab button on the simulation screen. 2.2. Use the items provided: coin, pencil, paperclip, eraser, etc. to create circuits and observe their behavior. 2.3. Connect the battery, light bulb, and wires to create a simple circuit. 2.4. Test each household item by connecting it to the circuit. Record whether the light bulb turns on or not for each item. 3. Make a circuit that lights up the bulb using the items from the table below. 4. Use the brown and copper batteries from the menu. 5. Set the battery voltage at 1.5 volts. 6. Increase the voltage of the battery and record how the light is affected. Drawing. This is what it looks like. Use labels to describe the brightness of the light. 1. Label the light bulb as dim light to indicate that it is emitting a faint glow due to the low battery voltage of 1.5 volts. 2. Label this light bulb as moderate light to signify that it emits a moderate amount of light due to the medium battery voltage. 3. Label this light bulb as bright light to indicate that it emits a bright and intense light due to the high battery voltage. And here's the answer. Looking at your data, fill in the following table: conductors, coin, pencil, paperclip, copper wire; insulators, eraser, bill. 2. Compare the table above to the table you filled in earlier of the same kind. Did any items change positions? If so, which ones? Answer: no, the items stayed in the same groups. The conductors and insulators were the same. Processing question. 1. How did the brightness of the light bulb change when you increased the battery voltage? Answer: the light bulb became brighter as the battery voltage increased. It started dim, then became moderate, and then very bright. 2. Which items lit up the bulb in both the hands-on activity and the simulation? Which items were different? Answer: the coin, pencil, paperclip, and copper wire lit up the bulb in both. The eraser and bill did not light up in either activity. 3. Did any items behave differently in the simulation compared to the hands-on activity? How? Answer, no, the items behaved the same. Conductors still worked and insulators did not work. 4. Why did some items allow electricity to flow, or conductors, while others didn't, or insulators? Answer, because conductors are made of materials like metal or graphite that let electricity pass through. Insulators are made of rubber, paper, or plastic that block electricity. 5. Suppose you wanted a material that didn't conduct electricity. What item would you choose and why? Answer, I would choose an eraser because it is an insulator and electricity cannot pass through it. 6. Can you think of everyday objects that rely on circuits? How does understanding conductors and insulators help us? Answer, phones, flashlights, TVs, and computers use circuits. Knowing conductors and insulators helps us stay safe and fix or build simple circuits. 7. Why is it important to be cautious around electricity and know which materials are safe? Answer, because electricity can be dangerous, using the wrong materials can cause shocks or accidents. So we must use safe insulators. Learners' takeaways. Directions. Write down the differences between conductors and insulators in each column. In the next column, write down some everyday examples of conductors and insulators. In the last column, give a short description of conductors and insulators. Insulators. Characteristics. Insulators do not let electricity pass through them. Examples, eraser, rubber, paper, plastic, wooden stick. Definition, insulators are materials that block electricity and keep us safe. Conductors. Characteristics, conductors let electricity pass through them. Examples, metal spoon, coin, paper, clip, copper wire. Definition, conductors are materials that allow electricity to flow easily. Formative assessments. Read each question carefully. Choose the best answer from the options provided. Mark your chosen answer on a piece of paper or select the corresponding letter on your quiz sheet. Once you have completed all questions, review your answers. 1. Which of the following is a characteristic of conductors? Answer, C. Allow electricity to flow through them easily. 2. Which material is commonly used as a conductor in electrical wiring? Answer, C. Copper. 3. What is an example of an insulator? Answer, C. Rubber. 4. Insulators are known for their ability to B. Resist the flow of electricity. 5. Which of the following materials is good insulator for electrical wires? Answer, C. Rubber. 6. What happens when an insulator is connected to a circuit with a battery and a light bulb? Answer, B. The light bulb does not light up. 7. Which of the following is a common conductor of electricity found in pencils? Answer, A. Graphite. 8. What is the main difference between conductors and insulators? Answer, C. Conductors allow electricity to flow through them easily, while insulators resist the flow of electricity. Homework or student reflection. After our discussions, write something nice in the creation of these outputs. Follow the following format. N. I need to start working on understanding more about conductors and insulators so I can make better circuits. I found it insightful that metals and graphite can let electricity pass through them. C. I found it challenging how some items look the same but act differently when used in a circuit. E. I wish to do what I learned when making simple circuits in future activities. Maraming salamat sa panonood! Huwag kalimutang i-like at mag-subscribe para sa higit pang educational content. I-click ang bell icon para ma-update ka sa ating mga bagong video. Salamat!